Hi, and how are you doing this morning? I want to share with you a setup I'm looking at on the USDJPY, and this is actually going to be a follow up of what I shared last week as we were able to make some money here on the USDJPY. I think we were able to make over 200 pips thereabouts on the USDJPY. We took that downtrend scenario that happened last week. But one thing I want us to do at this point is to have a fresh look of what the price action and chart is saying at this point in time. So from the daily time frame, the obvious momentum drive we see here on the daily time frame is the bullish momentum, as we can see our price has continued to respect that bullish trend line since the beginning of the month of March, and we've continued to see a continuous respect of that bullish trend line as soon as until price got into the 139,400 area. And one thing we have observed through the course of last week trading session is that bearish momentum that took price action right from the 139,400 area back into the bullish trend line we have here. Now going into the new week, what do we intend doing on the USD JPY? Well, if you look at the current structure we have here, that is the bullish trend line we've identified here, there is a possibility that price could actually respect that bullish trend line and move price action to the upside from this point. The other scenario is the possibility that we could have a breakdown retest of this trend line to push price to the downside from this point. So now with these two scenarios we have here, how do we intend or how do we plan against the coming week? Well, a lot of that will be shared on the lower time frame. So I scroll down to the 4 hours time frame, after which things become a little bit more clearer. On the 4 hours time frame, the first thing I have observed is that we have something that looks more like a double top structure, which from a technical perspective is more or less a very strong reversal pattern. And let me show you where that is. We saw this impulsive move that started on the 6th of July that sent price right into the 139,400 level, after which we saw a sharp rejection of that level, which pushed price back into the 137,700 area. Then price went back up to form a lower high, which appears to be the new high after the previous one we saw. Then we saw a breakdown of the neckline area of the reversal pattern, and we saw something that looks like a retest of structure, and we saw price crash through that key level and tested that demand, the bullish trend line we identified on the daily time frame. So what I was saying on the daily time frame is that is price going to respect that bullish trend line and push price to the upside from here? Or are we going to be seeing a breakdown, retest of the structure to send price crashing to the downside? Well, the first thing we want to observe here is this. In fact, we have two levels that I want to be using as our guide going into the new week. Well, the first level, which is going to be our first parameter, is the key level at 136.650 area. You can see how this level has been a major determinant of price action in the past. We can see we saw the first rejection of this level here, and through the later part of last month, we saw the rejection of this level where sellers came in to push price down. We saw it the second time until we saw that breakout of structure, and then price came back and this area became a demand zone again. And not until the last trading session where we saw an outright breakdown of that level with bearish engulfing candles. So now with the scenario we have here, that's the first parameter I just showed you. Then the second parameter is the neckline that we have at the 137,700 area, which is the neckline of the reversal pattern I identified to you earlier. So now, for a reversal pattern to be complete, we actually need a breakdown of that neckline. And that has actually happened here. We saw the breakdown of that neckline. So going into the new week, I have the opinion that price might actually do as if it wants to respect that bullish trend line, which will probably shake out a lot of people during the course of next week trading session. Price might do as if it wants to respect that bullish trend line, then come back into the neckline structure of the reversal pattern, where we might be seeing a reversal pattern. It could be a double top structure on lower time frame, your 15 minutes, your 30 minutes, your even your 10 minutes time frame. We can look out for structures that will support price to actually do a breakdown, a final breakdown of that bullish trend line, a retest of the key level at 136.650 area, probably retest that bullish trend line before we see an outright downtrend continuation to the downside. Sorry, I said that twice. Downtrend continuation to the downside. Sorry, a downtrend continuation. I correct myself. So that is what I'm actually looking out for in the new week, considering the structure we have in the market at this point in time. So let's see how this is going to play out during the early hours of the week. And if we have price actually do that, and if unfortunately price goes as far as breaking above that neckline, then we might be having a signal of a bullish momentum, and that will only happen as we wait for price to come back to do a retest of this area. Might also share a confluence with the bullish trend line or the neck or the key level at 136.650, after which we look out for reversal patterns on lower time frame to give us that confidence to join the rally to the upside from here. Then the third scenario I'm actually looking at is the possibility that price could do an outright breakdown of that bullish trend line that we identified here, and then probably do a retest of the 134.400 area, come back to do a rejection of that key level or the bullish trend line. Then, well, never can tell. You can actually go into the neckline, we never can tell what could happen. Then price do the downturn and aim in the direction I'm actually expecting price to move this week. So these are the three scenarios I'm looking out for on the USDJPY. I would always, as usual, do an update during the early hours of the week, as we want to look at what structure is going to give us in the first 6 7 hours of the coming week before I will share something with you as a guide into what I plan to do for the week. If this video in any way has been of immense help in guiding you to make your own individual decision this week, kindly support this video by clicking on the like button. And thank you for doing that. And also, you would want to follow me on my TradingView platform at Dark Sherry so that you don't miss out on the regular updates I normally share in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this video and do have a lovely day. Bye bye.